You have some baseballs for me to inspect, is that correct? Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, let's move this bag of baseballs off to the side here. So we have this whole table to work with. And let's begin inspecting. I do have a nice little light pen that we will be using to see the finer details and look for any minor scratches, dents, misprints of any sort, and whatnot. So, yeah, with that, let's begin. So, it looks like this first baseball is from the 2022 World Series, and it's still in its original packaging, which is nice. This was when they started doing the gold on the side of the balls, and from initial glance, this ball seems to be in good condition. The case seems to maybe have a slight scratch on this upper left-hand corner. There's another scratch here in the middle. Other than that, the case looks pretty good. Let's get the ball out, take a peek at it. Alright, let's see here. Well, it looks to be in very good condition. So it looks like all the printing on here is still mostly good. There's a little bit of fading on these two team logos here on the side of the ball. But the stitching looks good. There seems to be one minor defect towards the top of the ball. But other than that, I would say this ball is in a great condition. So we will set that back over here, put it back in its case. And move that off to the side for now. And this next ball here is another World Series ball, 2023 Texas Rangers versus the Arizona Diamondbacks here. Once again, it's the gold style, and it seems to be in great condition as well, but we will take this out. Verify that. So, looking at the print on this one, I'm definitely seeing less fade in the team logos. I do see what might appear to be a scratch on the Arizona logo, but it is very minor. It's a very minor scratch. The gold parts of the ball are looking good. And I do not see any issues with the stitching. So overall, I would say this ball is in great condition as well. Let's check the case real quick, as this is the original case that it came with. I'm not seeing any scratches or dents or anything of that nature, so I will rate this one slightly better than the 2022 ball, but also in great condition. I will set that here with the other one. What do we have here? This is definitely an older ball, 2014 World Series. So this one has been around for a while, and this is the OG packaging. This is even the little ball stand for it here at the bottom. They do not make those anymore, and they have not in a long time. But right away I can see a lot of scratches on this case here. But that's understandable given that this ball has been around for over 10 years. Let's inspect this ball though. Let's see what we can find on it. There is definitely some fading going on with all of the print here, the Giants and the Royals logo, as well as the writing of the World Series. I do not see any scratches though on this ball, which is impressive for how old it is. I do see 2 dents near the Rawlings logo. They are very minor dents. Small, I would call them divots, not even dents. Nothing too concerning there. The stitching looks to be in pristine condition. No issues with that. So I would say this ball is in good condition, especially given how old this ball is. And I'm not seeing anything that I didn't see before on the case. So yeah, I think my overall rating for this 2014 ball will be good, especially given its age. Okay, here we have a 2017 World Series ball, and this was after they switched away from the boxed packaging case and they switched to this more curved one that they use today. It's square shaped, but now it's curved along the edges, so a little circle square. And they also got rid of the plastic holder for the ball at the bottom in favor of 4 little plastic stands that the ball rests upon instead, so it almost floats within the case. But you probably already knew that since these are your balls. But initial looks here, Houston Astros and Dodgers logos are looking good, as well as other writings and print on the ball. The case, I'm not seeing too many scratches, but I do definitely see a couple. So we will note that in our findings here. But let's open this up. So this ball is honestly in fantastic condition for being from 2017. There is slight fade on the two logos of the Astros and the Dodgers, more so on the Astros side. The World Series logo and text look to be in pristine condition. I do see two divots, once again by the Rawlings logo, and the stitching seems to be intact without any issues. So I am going to say there's nothing that I didn't initially find about the case, and this ball is in great condition. Honestly, I am surprised for being 8 years old that it is in this great of condition. We'll set that here to the side as well. Next one here is from 2020, so this, we know that here. But this is the Rays and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Initial looks, this case seems to be a little beat up. There are a lot of scratches on it. But the ball seems to be in good condition, so let's open it up and find out. Okay. So the two logos, there's a little bit of fade on them, more so on the Dodgers than the Rays. The World Series logo and text all look to be in great condition. No fade on those. I do see one little scuff here next to the 2020 World Series logo. But other than that, I'm not seeing anything wrong with the ball itself. And the stitching, seems to be in pretty good condition. However, I do notice that near the World Series logo, it seems to be maybe a little too tight, causing a little bit of wider holes here where the stitches run through, but not a big problem. So overall, between the ball, I will give great condition, but the case, I'm only going to give it a good condition. So, but it is still the official manufacturer's case, so that is nice. But I will set that over here for now. Our next ball here is 2018 World Series baseball. We have the Red Sox and the Dodgers. And the case for this one seems to be almost perfect condition. There are hardly any scratches on this at all. Yeah, this one seems to be in good condition. Immediately right away I do notice an indent near the Red Sox logo. So that is to be of note. Let's open it up. Okay. So the Red Sox logo is in great condition. I'm not really seeing any fade on this logo. However, on the bottom I do see they misprinted it a little bit, and the gold is actually bleeding out of the bottom of the leftmost sock. pristine condition. The Dodgers logo looks to be in pristine condition as well. I don't see any other defects on the ball itself other than that one indent noted by the Red Sox logo. And the stitching definitely looks to be too tight down here by the Red Sox logo. So, I'm not sure what was going on when they made the Red Sox side of the ball, but they got a little bit of sloppy with that. But the case still seems to be in great condition. So overall, I'm going to just give this ball a good rating. Only going to give it good because there are some defects with this ball. Just some poor craftsmanship at the MLB factory, but overall, though, it is still a good ball. Okay, we will set that over here. Okay, and our next one, 2015 World Series ball. Once again, it's got the classic OG packaging. I love this. I wish they never changed it, but what can you do? It seems that this case does not fully close all the way. So that is definitely going to affect our rating on this. Though there are hardly any scratches on this case, so that is impressive for being 10 years old. Okay, so you can definitely tell that there is some fading on the Royals logo, the Mets logo, the World Series logo, and the World Series text as well. And the ball does seem to be almost fraying a little bit. You could definitely use some oil, as the leather seems to be a little bit dry on here. The stitching seems to be in good condition, great condition, I would say. I don't see anything wrong with the stitching. And I do not see any other defects on the ball itself. So, unfortunately, between the case that doesn't close all the way and all of the fading and dry ball, I am only going to rate this quality as poor. Could be worse, but it is going to get a poor rating for me. So we will move this up here to the side. And our next one here is going to be 2024 World Series, Dodgers and Yankees. This one, of course, being the newest one in the collection. We're hoping for it also having the best condition of them all. So let's see. from my initial looks, I do see what appears to be not fading, but just a little splotch of gold that was never properly printed onto here. So it's a misprint from the factory. But the World Series logo and text seem to be in great condition. And then the Dodgers logo is also in great condition. The Yankees one would be if it wasn't for that misprint from the factory. But I'm not seeing any defects on the ball itself. And the stitching seems to be pristine as well. So the ball is in very good shape other than that little misprint. And looking at the case here, I see no scratches or chips or dents or anything, so unfortunately I will not be giving it a perfect rating just because of that misprint on the Yankees logo. However, I will still give it a great rating. So 2024 gets a great rating. Okay, next up here we have the 2016 World Series ball featuring the Cleveland Indians at the time and the Chicago Cubs. And there's definitely a lot of fading on this ball. But let's open it up and get a better understanding. So, the World Series logo, text, and Cleveland logo all have a considerable amount of fading on them. However, the Cubs logo looks to be in great condition. And then on the ball itself, I do not see any defects, though it is definitely a little dry. And the stitching seems to be in great condition. The packaging, now this was the first year that they transitioned to the more cylindrical design, but packaging seems to be in good shape. I only see a few scratches. So, with everything taken into consideration, I will give this ball, the 2016 World Series ball, a good rating. We'll set that right here for now. Well, actually, we'll set it behind. Okay, next up here we have 2019 World Series featuring the Houston Astros and the Washington Nationals. And the case appears to be in poor condition. There are a lot of scratches on this case. But let's open it up and see the ball. So, the print on here honestly is in near perfect condition. the ball itself, I do not see any dents or scratches or anything wrong with it, and the stitching also looks incredible. This ball is in mint condition. However, the case is just not. So overall, I will just have to give this a good rating. But the ball itself is in mint condition. I'll set that over here as well. And it seems we have one more of these World Series balls, and it's going to be 2021, featuring the Atlanta Braves and the Houston Astros. And this case does have a massive scratch along the front side and a fair amount of minor ones as well. But let's take a look at the ball itself. So I do see some smearing on the Braves logo, almost like a factory misprint, while the Astros logo does have some fade on it. However, the World Series logo is in good condition, but there is a little bit of fade. The text, however, has no fading. The ball itself is in mint condition. I don't see any dents or scratches or anything. And the stitching also appears to be in mint condition. So this ball just has a lot of fading and issues with the logos on it. And the case also has those scratches all over the front side. So unfortunately, between those two things, I am going to rate this one poor quality. But it's still definitely valuable, especially considering that we have every World Series baseball here from the last 11 years. But I do see a few more baseballs in here that we can inspect real quick. So this one appears to be from Jamaica. It is a plastic covering and not leather. And as you can see, it's got the Jamaica flags all over it. Well, the ball appears to be in great condition. I don't see any dents or scratches on it. However, the stitching is starting to fray a little bit, especially around one of the Jamaica One Love logos. So when I do see a little breach in the stitching at the bottom of another one, so I will just give this baseball quality average, as it does have quite a few stitching problems. And then also here we have a baseball that appears to be from Hawaii. And once again, that is a plastic covering instead of a standard leather. I do feel there's something, some sort of dent underneath the case here of this ball, so it's not uniformly round. I see definitely a little bit of splotching here in the text on the side, and the stitching is also fraying and is way too tight around some of these parts, causing the covering to intrude over the other side. So altogether, with all of that in mind, while this ball is cool, I'm rating it terrible. And the final baseball in this bag here, your first home run baseball. Okay. Well, I don't need to look at it much to tell you this is atrocious. The stitching is fraying a little bit. There's grass stains all over this ball. It's disgusting. It's dirty. There are scratches and dents, and it is very dry. This ball is not in good shape by any means. This is one that belongs at the bottom of the baseball bucket, for sure, but it is sentimental, and that is worth more than my rating. Okay, well, thank you for stopping by tonight. I hope that you've learned something valuable about these baseballs. They are valuable. It's quite an impressive collection that you have collected for yourself, and I hope you continue to collect them. Okay, well, thank you for joining me,